guys, Raven Song here. I am going to do, I think it was a tag, but I've been watching the videos and I wasn't tagged on it. But after commenting, both from Giselle and, oh my God, I think her name's Tony, that initiated this, I decided to go ahead and do it, and they're encouraging me, so I'm going to go ahead and do this. This is the Wise Witch House reading, and I also downloaded, or I watched the video for The Secret Garden, and I created my own little diagram and my own list of prompts for it. And I'm going to probably do that one, but I might wait till spring, since I didn't do it this last spring. We'll do it next spring. Anyways, I'm going to approach this a little differently than Giselle and she has, where they're very analytical, very structured in what they're doing, and I'm going to be a little bit more organic about it. And the decks I've chose, I'm going to go ahead, because of the season, I'm going to go ahead and go with Stacey DeMarco's Halloween Oracle. So I'm going to go ahead and go with that. And I'm going to also be using Dia de los Muertos. I'm going to probably use, what is this one called? Oh, Shadowlands, I believe that is. The Z is for zombie tarot. I can't remember what it's actually called too. It's a zombie tarot. I'm gonna also use my little ghosty. I haven't used this one yet. It's one that I picked up from what's her name? I can't remember her name. It's got a little bit of a bend to it, so I'm gonna try to shuffle these back into the other way. I need to go this way to bend it that way. Try to get that bend out of it a little bit. Anyways, God, I cannot remember names right now. My brain has just been in an absolute funk, and I can't remember shit. And the Vampire Tarot. If I need to, I will dive into either Wild Unknown. Boy, do I suck right now. I can't remember, something Destiny Tarot, or my Marielle. But I'm taking those off the list for right now. This is what I'm going to start with. Oh, there it is. I can tell you what that is. That's the Marcus Katz Everlasting Day Tarot. I love that deck. Each card has a representation from pretty much any form of tarot reading or style or what's the word? Any form of tarot technique that you would like to use. So you can throw into the Marseille, you can throw into Crowley, you can throw into Waite Smith. It's really good. I really love that deck. It's got beautiful imagery too. I think it might be considered AI, but I'm not positive. The only reason I like this deck, and because I normally would not subscribe to AI stuff. I like Marcus Katz. I like his work. Him and Tally Goodwin are just phenomenal in what they do. And I don't know, there's something about this imagery that I couldn't help but love. It may not be AI, but I'm not positive. I'm not going to condemn them on it. I think I'm also going to take out Fallen Angels deck as a oracle. I don't know when I'm going to use these in particular, but I am going to have those out. Those are going to be my go-tos for this. Whoa! This reading. And I don't know how many videos I will actually produce on this, because I'm going to condense things down, and like I said, I'm taking an organic approach, so I'm probably going to skip around a little. Well, at least in the beginning, because I have a method that tends to work well for me, and I kind of like to know where my goal is, where I'm headed. So I'm probably going to do that. I'm going to put my moonstone on. There we go. Anyways. Switch, I'm going to do labradorite on the zombies. Anyways. I love this diagram. It's so nice. So your first card. Interesting. Maybe not. Because that says 13 on it, but no, first card's got to be the door. Yeah, it's the front door. She must just put 13 on the door for posterity's sake. Anyway, so first prompt is the front door. What is the energy coming in for autumn and winter months? How can I work with this energy to take advantage and gain? Since I'm looking for moving forward, and it's not a blockage thing, I'm going to go ahead just because I haven't really used this deck, I'm going to use that Shadow Lens Tarot. Maybe I should have added a different one to it. I think that's what I'm going to go with, is the Shadow Lens. Let's give it a shot. That seems to feel good to me. Stiff, plus they're gilded, so it adds to the stiffness. What is the energy coming in for this season? Good question. Front door, number 1. What is the energy coming in for the season? 8 of Wands. Things are going to move quickly here. That's kind of nice to know. Where did it come from? The Queen of Wands and the Seeker. Interesting. So, the energy where I'm coming from is the Queen of Wands, and that is taking initiative, making things happen, having control of and command of everything around me, and taking action on it. And then, like, it just follows through here that things are going to move quickly, and it's going to be a rejuvenation, almost a starting over, risk-taking. I like that. I like the way this energy is going for this season. If I was to do a shadow side to this, I think I'm going to use the zombie deck on that. Let's do a shadow side of it. What would be the shadow side of this? Once I do the door, I'm going to slippery. This is a slippery deck. High shine, high gloss. So let's do a shadow side of the Queen of Wands, a shadow side of the Eight of Wands, and a shadow side of the Seeker. So the shadow side would be the negative or the obstacle that comes with the Queen of Wands. That's interesting. I'm pretty sure, I'm good with my numbers, that's Temperance. Pouring the mixing of alchemy would be normally the reading, but I see him kind of almost in remorse returning the thread of life back to the world there. Queen of Wands. So it could be an introspection of knowing my limitations and knowing when where I've come from, knowing where I needed to just let go and let things happen the way they're supposed to naturally, letting alchemy take its place, take its part. And then I've got 10 of Wands, which is burdens and stress, those things that kind of hold you back, is the shadow side of the moving quickly. So I need to watch myself on my own ability to not follow through. That's a big problem of mine. My own inhibitions that keep me from moving forward. And then the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups is all the choices. So what's holding me back from moving forward, again, moving forward, creating a new beginning, is that I don't know where to start. There's too many things, too many choices to be made. Let's let that there. Too many choices to look at, and I need to really focus in and know what really holds my heart, the thing that I truly want to make happen. Whew, that's interesting, because I've been doing a lot of discussing with my clients and my husband and looking at money, and I want to get that move going to Chama within the next 5 years. But that means spending some money and doing some things that need to be done to the house first for selling it, and no matter who I sell it to. And I know that money's not going to go far, so I need to really focus in on what I want to achieve on that. If that's the way it's going, because this morning I was actually discussing with one of my clients that I'm thinking it's something we need to start on this winter, this season, and it's most likely going to have to be mostly our labor. And so I need to focus in on what we can actually physically do ourselves and what needs to be purchased. So there's so many things that need to be done to that house. It's 30 years old, and we have not really upgraded anything in there the whole time. Raised 4 kids in that house, and lots of dogs and cats, and just a few flooring and painting things is about all we've ever done. So yeah, it needs some work. So that's where I'm kind of looking at on that. This is what I'm getting from it, just because that's the way the conversation went this morning and where my thoughts are right now. So I think that's what I'm going to focus on. I think that's where making things move quickly, starting over, making a new beginning there. So that's kind of cool. It kind of flows into what I'm talking about. We're just going to make note of this, screenshot it probably, and hang on to it as I move through the rest of this reading. Anyways, so this is where I think I'm going to deviate from the list a little bit. And we need to, I'm probably going to get through number 3, but I'm going to skip down. Number 2, Magpie of Sorrows. Causing it. Well, I guess, that could count as, I'm going to do the shadow side. I'm going to count that as number 2. Magpie of Sorrows. What's causing unnecessary woes? I think that covers number 2 because I did that shadow side, and I think that works really well. Unnecessary woes. Create a positive affirmation. Disperse your worries. Or a dream catcher to keep them at bay. All right, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start a list. I'm going to go home and start a list in my magic book on everything I want to do, and then number them. Give them a number in the order of priority. I think that's the best way to organize those thoughts and ideas and to get past that nervousness energy of what to do, how to approach it. What I'm doing is, because I didn't read this list all the way through, my mind is still focused on the secret garden. So I thought I was going another direction. So let me look. What I was going to do is skip to 13. Magic Toad. What is still awaiting my creation? Pull as many cards as you feel for your answer. I was going to skip to the end because in the secret garden we were going towards the fountain at the end, and I was going to pull that next, just so I had a goal. Reading this, the Magic Toad, what is still waiting my creation? I'm going to wait on that now. I'm changing my mind here. I'm changing my mind. I'm not going to jump ahead. I thought I would, but I'm not going to, because that's something that's going to come as we work our way through this. Like I said, I think my mind's still on the secret garden, and my brains wants to move down that path and not this path. So anyway, so let's move on to number 3. Woodshed. What dead wood needs to be cut loose? Okay, well, let's take a look at what I had just said of making the list and see if it matches up with what dead wood needs to be cut loose. Because once I start that list and numbering it in its priority, for retail sale, I have to make that in my affirmation. This is for retail sale, whether I sell it to my kids or whether I sell it to an organization. I have a feeling it's going to go anonymous because I'm really not sure what's going on with the kids. Anyways, these little jumpers, sometimes I think I should read them and sometimes I don't. Ace of Cups. That almost makes me feel like the kids might work out after all. Anyways, clearing dead wood. Clearing dead wood. What is the dead wood that most needs to be cleared away? What is the dead wood that most likely needs to be cleared away? Four of Cups. Dead wood for me, Four of Cups, is wanting more. Always wanting more. I've got to clear my mind and my heart of doing more than I need to do, or wanting to do more than I need to do. But I also have the tools. I have the ability. I can make it happen. It's just a matter of taking the right steps. And Two of Pentacles is a partnership. So I need to help. I need to work with my husband on this. I need to make sure that he's involved and helps me out and is on the same directive that I am on, because sometimes, a lot of times, we want the same goal, but we have different methods of getting there, and that wanting more, it might have to do a lot with letting go of control and letting him help me make those decisions, to move forward. And then, of course, Seven of Cups, that's just an extra card I decided to pull, and that's choices. Choices have to be made. So that just sums all that up. So that's pretty simple. That's pretty straightforward. Write a letter, burn it. See, I'm already doing that in those 2 steps, taking care of that. But maybe we need to work together on that list. Like I said, I'm thinking this needs to be a winter project, because the summers are kind of been taken by going to Chama, the place where we're going to move to, and enjoying our summers with that. And that takes a lot of time out because it's a 5-hour drive, and we usually take 4 or 5 days, at least 4 days, to spend up there and camp and just kind of enjoy the land while we can, while it's blank, and make plans and think about that. So that'll be a good time to do that. This winter we need to focus on the house though, that we're in, and getting it ready, and I need to work together with him on that. Some of these are just flowing together on their own, just talking my way through this. Useful broom, the best way to clear the dead wood forever is exactly what I've been saying, but let's see what the cards say here. Let's do the ghosty tarot. So I haven't used this one yet either. Let's use the ghost tarot. Okay, and then I think I might stop there, because number 5 is shadow work, and I think I need to focus on doing the work for what we've covered so far, clearing that dead wood, and finding a path, a way, the method of which we are going to achieve this. And I think it's pretty obvious that me and my husband need to work together on it, work our way through the details, which is where we tend to struggle, is the details. We always have the same goal, but the details are tough. So, best way, the sun. The sun is that joyous feeling that everything's going to be okay. I think I just need to think positive. We need to think positive and keep focused on the goal of moving forward to Chama, and stay focused on what's going to make us happy. Because whatever we do to the house right now, we have to give it up in 5 years. So we need to stay focused on that. A little bit of soul searching, probably for both of us. I have a feeling there will be times when we question what we're doing and why we're doing it, and we have to find that light in that darkness to move forward. And the Knight of Wands, that's charging into action and just taking control of it and making it happen. So, useful, broom useful, the best way to clear the dead wood forever. I think a lot of it comes down to us working together. And like I said, staying focused. Keep our eye on that light in the dark moments. And have the conviction to take control and make it happen. And this could be more me pushing him, because he's a major procrastinator. So I'm guessing that the night is probably me taking control and making sure that things get done. Plus, I have the money. Not that it's a lot, it's very little when you think about it, but I have control of that money because it was what's left of my inheritance. Anyways, yeah, so that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I will be writing a list, prioritizing it, and doing it with my husband. And then we're probably going to actually have to create a calendar schedule where he needs to take time off work, because what I'm thinking we'll have to do is he'll have to take some of the job and do it, and I will be doing the other part of the job. And so we have to coordinate our times off. He gets paid vacations, I don't. I don't work, I don't get paid. So I have to take smaller time periods, like 3 or 4 days, to make up for that, so that I can get all my clients in on as I need to. And like I said, he gets paid vacations, so it's not a big deal for him. He can take a week off or 2 weeks off at a time if he needs to. Plus, I think he's going to have the harder job. And I'm going to have to stay on him because he tends to redirect himself. It's really hard for him to get motivated, especially if he's not happy at work. He gets depressed, and it's a hard time for him to stay focused. And I'm going to have to keep him on task. Useful broom, clear away the dead wood. Yeah. I think once we start doing the cleaning up and clearing things out, because I think the kitchen is where we're going to start, I'm going to do the cleansing of the house too. So I'll probably be doing the whole washing the doors and windows and smudging and just the whole chasing out the energy and bringing in that good energy. Most likely what I do on house cleansings, and we haven't done one in a long time, is we chase out the bad energy, we cleanse and smudge and bring in the good energy by having a dinner party, having people at the house. You know what? I think that's going to focus in no, it's not. That's not for another year after that. No, it'll work. It'll work. We'll just find something. Maybe make a goal for, I don't know if we can make it by Christmas, getting out the house cleaned. No, we're probably looking at after the first of the year. Because, see, I'm already working this through my head, because there's just not enough time. Time is running out so fast already for this year that, yeah, it'll have to be after the first of the year. So we'll figure something out for the spring to do the cleansing and celebration. And like I said, we'll have the house. We'll work it in. I'll work in a cleansing after we get the kitchen reassembled, once I get all that done, and we'll do the house cleansing and all that. And then we'll move on to number 5 on the next video. View platform. How do I judge others? Counting the ways. That'll be more information that gets fit in as we go through this. Intruder deterrent, room with no windows or doors, lighting conductor, spark of inspiration, friendly wee ghost, lucky black cat, bat roost. You know, some of this I don't think we'll be able to work through even in this month. I think some of it's not going to be able to take place until we start doing all this stuff. I got to think on this a little. How I want to approach this. Was this meant prior to the full moon, which we're on? You just have to continue working the spread. You can layer up the cards, each questions. This may move through the whole season. I may not be coming back with a new video on this until we start moving here. And like I said, that planning thing's going to determine whether we decide to tear apart the kitchen before Christmas or after Christmas. It's going to be interesting to see how this works out. Just out of curiosity, I'm going to pull a Halloween oracle card to inspire me, to keep me. Just a message of something. Is this a large-scale, long-term, through the whole season reading, or is it going to be a shorter term? Invisibility, anxiety. Ooh, that whole thing's going to give me a little bit of anxiety. The biggest thing that gives me anxiety is when things do not go as quickly or in the order that I want it to go. And working with my husband, that's guaranteed to happen. So there's going to be a lot of anxiety involved in this. So I need to keep that at heart and try to keep my expectations of time scale under check. That's the way I would read that. Let's just see what Stacy says. Oh, hold on, wait. Anxiety. That says authenticity, invisibility, authenticity. I misread that. I misread that. That's authenticity. So staying true to myself. Staying true to my goals. So if I reread that and I look at it this way, it's easy for me even if I have to step back from control or what appears to be control, and I have to step back and be hidden in the background and kind of let Brett direct it, I need to stay authentic to what I want to achieve. So I got to figure a way to keep to my true self during this project. Probably in the midst of keeping my mouth shut. Let's see what she has to say. You know that feelings you sometimes have when someone is watching you, you can't see them yet. You have this distinct feeling that they are there. Humans have a strong visual sense. In many cultures, the idea of beings who can watch us undetected, we're still coming. So it's more like, her take on this then is more like I am being watched. Like that even though I might feel like somebody's watching me, like I'm being judged, I need to stay true to my goals. The concept of invisibility is a double-edged sword. Whilst it is a powerful tool to be able to gain information or to assist while one sees, individuals using it for privy to information that may not be meant for them, and it may be taken out of context or unauthentically. It is a power of manipulation and easily abused. It is kind of warning me, I think, that people watching me might be influencing me, might try to influence me in directions that I don't necessarily want to go, and feelings of being judged can take over and make you do things differently. I've had that happen many, many times. And it's basically stay true to yourself. The idea of hiding away, not being seen, is also a big part of the light, the big part of the dark side of the concept. We are all born to shine our light out into the world and take our roles. Hiding our talents, not expressing our true selves, stealing others' ideas, or work and being someone else rather than your authentic self. Your aspects of consider should be. This card appears in your reading. So it's kind of a little bit of everything I just talked about. My husband's can be a good manipulator. My kids can be a good manipulator. My own self-doubt is a good manipulator. So this is kind of, I'm going to leave this card out in the open because that is something I need to really be aware of when this project starts. There's so many people that could be affected by my decisions, by what we do, but the only people that it really should matter is me and my husband. And I need to be very aware that the goal should not be influenced by others. It should be influenced by us and what we visualize as our long-term goal. So, yeah, I mean, I can't dive into that any deeper than it is right now. We've covered those first 4 steps, and the next ones are going to be determined on how soon I get this list together and we work together on planning. So I may not be back for a little while on this. It might be a month or 2 before I come back to this project. And I'll be back sooner if I decide that what we've read so far actually goes towards a different goal, or if and this is just what I'm focused on right now, which is what the cards are going to pull up. They're going to pull up my energy. They're going to pull up what's going on in my mind and my heart right now, and that's where it is right now. And maybe I need to take that thoughts and ideas that I'm having right at this moment and focus the energy and light the candle and spark the flame towards doing. And that could be the whole gist of this seasonal reading, is to spark that flame and make it happen. So that's my conclusion on this. Hopefully I am on the right track and this will flow smoothly as we work our way through all these decks. I might change the decks up because we're going into the Halloween season. If I'm not looking at moving forward on another video until close to the holidays, December, January, these Halloween decks might change up. So just a warning, I will do an introduction if I've changed the decks and let you know what I'm using. Anyways, thank you so much, and I will see you on the tube.